Okay, I am going to show how to purl using left-handed knitting, also called continental, I believe, where you hold the work in your left hand in the working yarn. So to start with, the way I hold it is I hold the work with all except for my forefinger. With my forefinger, I hold the yarn upward. This allows consistent tension. I just let it slide through my fingers. You know, you can use whichever fingers wrapped around whatever way is comfortable for you. But it allows the yarn to just slide across. This is going to be really important because this is what you're going to use to move the working yarn from front to back when you're switching from knitting to purling. So this piece is a seed stitch. It's a double seed stitch. So basically I do knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl all the way across. Same thing on the way back. And then I do purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit on the way across and all the way back. And that's how I come up with this pattern. Right now I am on the one where I start with a purl. So I'm going to bring this part of the yarn to the front, just like you normally would for purling. However, you don't need to worry about any of the rest of the yarn except for this little piece right here. So if this piece is in front, like that, it doesn't matter what the rest of it's doing. The rest of it can be behind, it can be in front. You don't have to worry about, because I thought in the beginning I had to bring my whole project forward and back every time. And then I realized it really doesn't matter what happens after this. After your hand, nothing matters. So I'm going to start like this. It's in the front, okay? This part is the trickiest. Honestly, the first stitch is the hardest when you're purling. You go in from the back, just like you would for a purl, and you use your forefinger on the right side to hold the needle in place and guide it where you want it to go. Like, this is my first time doing a tutorial, so bear with me. Like that, and then you guide it through, and there you go. Then we're going to do, see how it just slides along as I pull more yarn. I'm going to do a knit. So we go in from the front, do that. And then we're just moving the yarn from front to back like this. It doesn't matter what the rest of it's doing. It doesn't matter that this is in the front of the project when we're doing a knit. Really doesn't matter. All that matters is this part right here. So I move it to the front, come in from the back, go around, and there's a purl. Move the yarn to the back. See, I just move it from front to back like that. Go in from the front, come around, there's a knit. Move it front, come in from the back, there's a purl. So you're just kind of doing this motion. So now I need to go to the back, go in from the front, there's my knit. Every so often I gotta scooch it up a little. I always keep my middle finger on the front stitch to keep it from sliding off. But otherwise you want to keep it fairly loose. You want it to be able to move along. I tend to knit too tightly. It really shouldn't be sticking to the needle this much, but that's just how I do it. So as you can see, the yarn is, I don't know if you can see, the yarn is going out from the back. That means it was a knit, so we're going to pull it forward. Do a purl like that. Knit, purl, knit. I'm going to pause till I get to the end and I'll show you how I finish the row. Okay, I'm coming up to the end of the row. I'm going to pull the yarn forward, do the purl. And again, because you're pulling the yarn back for the knit stitch, it also has the effect of pulling this nice and tight. So you're pulling this forward, do the purl, pull it back, do the knit. And that's how my row ends, like that. Just going to start one more to show you the first purl stitch one more time. So make sure the yarn is in the front. Pull a little bit out, there we go. It's in the front, pull it up, get the right tension that's comfortable for you, like that. Go in and guide it through, like that. In from the front, in from the back. And that's how I do a purl with my left hand.